In our previous class, we have started our which unit? Yes, our unit number 1, and the name of the unit number 1 and the title of our unit number 1 was The Little Brother's Haircut. After that we had read this unit. I hope that you had also read at your home. Now student, let's move forward. Today we are going to solve our exercise, and here is your exercise, and I am on your page number 9. Here is our exercise portion, and question number 1 is answer the following question. Here some questions are given to you. After reading the passage, you have to write. Now you are able to give the answers of these questions. Now students, when can a little boy get ice cream? In the starting of the poem, we have studied that, we have read that the mother said when the little brother get the ice cream. For this, I have write this answer for you in front of you. Question number 1 and its answer is given to you. So student, you have also write these questions on your notebook that you can be learned easily at your home. The answer of these questions. When can little brothers get ice cream? Here first question is, when can the little brother get ice cream? Little brother can get ice cream if he is good. Mother promised his mother promised his son Sam that he can get ice cream if he is good. Let's move toward our question number 2. Write the dialogue between Sam and little brother. Here is the dialogue between conversation of two persons. Conversation between two persons. So now you have to write here the dialogue between Sam and little brother. So here is the dialogue that I have selected for you. Sam said, "Last time you were really terrible. You were really terrible." Little brother. What little brother said to him? "That was when I was a baby. That was when I was a baby. Now I am 4. Say with me. Now I am 4. I am always good. I am always good. Let's move toward our question number 3. Here our question number 3 is, write some of the activities which of the little brother did in the barber shop. Now some activities we have to written here that the little boy do in the barber shop. After the reading of this unit, we have came to know that the little brother was quiet and still, and in the starting he is looking on his book and he is quiet. But after that he climbed up the chair and then he start his activities there. So the answer of question number 3 is, he put fingers on his eyes. Again, he put fingers on his eyes and peeped all the peoples. After that, he climbed up on the seat and ran along it and started singing in a loud voice. In a loud voice. 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 Now students, do you know that what's the song the little boy, the little brother sang there? He sang there, "I'm a aeroplane, I'm a hairy aeroplane." Now let's move toward our question number, which one? Question number 4. We have completed our question number 1, 2, 3. Now 4. What was the barber? Why was the barber angry? Now you have to give here answer. Why was the barber becomes angry? Here is the answer. The barber became very angry because the little brother made very noise and started moving there. He also dropped dropped books and shampoo on floors. Question number 5 is, why did the barber yell and how did he react? Let's move to the answer of this question. Okay, why the barber yell and how did he react? You know, students, that when the little boy cut the finger of barber, and after that he started yelling and hopping up and down and stop cutting of the little boy. So here is the answer. The little brother cut his finger. He bit the finger of barber. So barber yelled and hopping his again, jumping and hopping up and down. After that he stopped cutting of the boy. Now, students, we have completed our 5 questions that are given in your exercise. Let's move toward our next portion. Here is your adding ing and ed. Now, we are going to add 3 words: ing, and ed. Now, let's see how these words are add on some words and become the meaning. Here is the word try. Try, try. If we add ing with is, it would become trying. Trying. Try, trying. Try plus ing, it would become trying. So here is the example given on your book. Try, ing, trying. Similarly, if we add ed with try, it would become tried. TRIED. What verbs? As you know, what are verbs? Yes, verbs are action words. Verbs which end with a consonant plus y. If the word end on consonant and y, do not change y. So we do not change y. When we add ing, we must changing the y in I. Here is your word trying, and here is your try tr. If you have seen here, we have removing y here, but in trying try is written here, but in tried y is not written here. As you seen that cry. If we add cry with ing, it would become crying. If we add ed with ing, it would become cried. Then say with me, you have also read with me, fry. Say fry, fry. Ing, frying. Say frying, fried. Carry, carrying, carried. Dry, drawing, dried. Study, studying, studied. Reply, replying, replied. Have you seen here? By adding plus ed, we remove here y. Simply we write here cried, fried, crried, darried, replied, replied. So here is activity given to you, and here is your question number. Part B. Supply. You have to solve this activity on your notebook. Supply. So just like this, you have also do this at your home. Here is your B portion. Supply. If you add ing with this, the spelling would become suppppling. Supplying, supplied. 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 Now let's move toward our next spelling. Here is your apply. So right here apply. Apply and supply basically are rhyming words. Apply, apply. So right here applying, applying. Here you can also write supplying. And here applied, applied. Applied. It would become applied. Let's move toward our next word, that is your worry. The spelling of worry is worry. If we add ing with worry, it would become worrying. Worry. And if we add ied, it would become worried. worried. By removing y here, simply it would become worried. Let's move toward our next word. Here's your next word, bury. B-U-R-Y. So right here, burying, B-U-R-R-I-Y-I-N-G. Sorry, you write here Y-I-N-G. And buried, B-U-R-R-I-D-I-E-D. Let's move toward our next word, that is your multiply. So writing spelling of multiply, M-U-L-T-I-P-L, by adding I-N-G, P-L-Y-I-N-G. Multiplying or multiplied, M-U-L-T-I-P-L-I-E-D. Multiplied. Here is your next word, that is your spy. Spying, S-P-Y-I-N-G, or spied, S-P-I-E-D. Spied. Copy. Copying, C-O-P-Y-I-N-G, and copied, C-O-P-I-E-D. Copied. Ply. Flying, I-N-G, or plied, F-L-I-E-D. Plied. Here's your steady. Ready, steady, go. So steady, Y-I-N-G, or studied, S-T-U-D-I-E-D. Here's your end of the B portion, and we have completed our B portion. You have also complete this part at your home. Here's your reflexive pronouns are given to you. Reflexive pronouns are the word ending in self and selves. Remember that, S-E-L-F, self, S-E-L-V-E-S, self. Here some singular and plural words are given to you. Let's read this word. Himself, herself, itself, yourself, myself, oneself. All of these are basically singular words, so simply we used here self, S-E-L-F. Now let's move toward the plural word, are. Are, when are means plural, here it is the word which is used for plural things. Ourselves, themselves, yourselves. And he enjoys himself. He enjoys himself. Here himself is a reflexive pronoun. So where you find such type of words just like self, self and self, so what are they called? They are called reflexive pronouns. Remember that they are called reflexive pronouns because they are ending on self and self. Our next task that is given to us, make sentences using the following verbs with reflexive pronouns. Reflexive pronouns. Here some words are given to you, and these words are basically verbs, and you have to make these verbs into reflexive pronoun. So students, now let's move toward to make the sentences of these words. Here you have also do this work at your home on your notebook. So listen to me carefully and try to understand the concept that is given to in this topic, that is your reflexive pronoun. H-U-R-T, hurt. Again, H-U-R-T, hurt. So we have to make a sentence in such a way that reflexive pronoun is used here. So she hurt herself. She hurt herself. Herself is the reflexive pronoun here. Enjoy. Have you enjoyed yourself? You is basically plural word. So I use here have you enjoyed yourself? Help. God help those who help themselves. God help those who help themselves. After that, prepare. Now dear student, let's move to make the sentence of prepare. He can prepare. He prepared food himself. He prepared food himself. Introduce. Himself here is a reflexive pronoun again, and him is your singular pronoun. So we use self with him. Introduce. Can you introduce yourself? Very easy. Satisfy. He satisfied himself. He satisfied himself. Blame. Don't blame on yourself. Don't blame yourself. Assume. Let us assume this one. He assumed that himself. He assuming himself. You also write himself. He assuming himself. And our last word is teach. And here the sentence of teach is he teach the lesson himself. He teach the lesson himself. Let's move toward our English book. So student, put your English workbook in front of you and open your page number 1 and take your lead pencil in your hand. Here is your page number 3, sorry. The little brother's haircut. Now student, let's move toward our unit. What is given in this book? Talk about the pictures found in barber's shop. Here some pictures are given to you and you have clearly seen here. These pictures are present on which shop? Barber's shop. These pictures are related to the barber's shop. Here is a hairbrush. Let's talk about this hairbrush. Hairbrush is used in barber's shop to brush the hairs. Comb basically it is made up of plastic or of wood. So comb is used to combing the hairs. Here is your shaving, to shave, and men's usually use this. Here is your trimmer. Trimmer is used to trim the hair in barber shop. Scissor is used in barber shop to cut the hairs. Hair dryer, as the name shows, dryer. So for drying the hairs, hair dryer is used. Here is your razor. Razor is used to remove the hairs after shaving. Here is your barber chair, and this chair is used. This chair is for customer to sit on this chair. After that they will got hair cut. Now let's move toward our next page. Here is our next page and that is your page number 4. Grammar portion, a sentence in a group of words that express a complete thought. Every sentence begins with the capital letter and with punctuation marks. So students, we have to do here some punctuation and we have to capitalize the first letter ending with question mark or a full stop. You know students, where question mark is used? Yes, where question mark is used? Question mark is used there where question is written. So let us see here and try to punctuate these sentences. Sam took her brother to the barber. Sam is the name of a person. So you should capitalize the first word of Sam, first letter of Sam, that is your capital S. Capital S, A-M, Sam. But similarly, you have to write this line same down. Sam took her brother to the barber. There were a lot of people waiting for haircuts. You have to capitalize the word capital T, capital T, H-E-R-E. So right here, capital T, H-E-R-E. There were a lot of people for haircut, full stop. His head looked funny. By using capital H, his head looked funny, full stop. He poked Sam on the arm. By capitalizing the word capital H, he poked Sam. Sam is the name of person. So you have also capitalized the first word of Sam, first letter of Sam, capital S-A-M on the arm. Sam tried to catch the little brother. Now again, by capitalizing the word capital S-A-M, Sam tried to catch the little brother, full stop. The barber pushed him down. By capitalizing the first letter capital T-H-E, the barber The barber pushed him down. I am furious with you. By capitalizing the word I am furious with you, full stop. Little brother did not answer. By capitalizing the capital L, so capital L I double T L E, little brother did not answer. Do you go to school daily? Do, by capitalizing the word capital D, you, after that you have to put here question mark because it is your question. So you have put here question mark. So put here question mark. Why are you laughing? Why? Again question is come here. So you have to put question mark in the end of the sentence and capitalize the word. Capitalize the word. Which word? Yes, W. So student, I hope that you can do this as at your home because you are already familiar this capitalization or punctuation or full stop or question mark. Let's move forward. Use the following word in sentences of your own. Here some words are given to you and you have to use these sentences in your own these words in your own sentences. So student, this activity is for you and very easy words are given to you. So student, use your brain and try to make a sentence of these words. Shop, seat, quiet, bring ice cream. I will hope that you will do this at your home. So please students, put your pencil in your hands, take your pencil and write the sentences here, and your sentences should be very easy, just like shop. I see a barber shop. You can make a sentence. I see a barber shop. I want to go a shop. Hey, look, there is a shop. There are a lot of sentences can be made from this word. Seat. This seat is mine. It is blue seat. This seat is made up of wood. You can make such type of sentences here. Quiet. Be quiet in the classroom. Please be quiet. Bring. Do you bring water bottle? Have you bring water bottle? Ice cream. I need a big ice cream. I like ice cream. I like chocolate ice cream. Do you like ice cream? So you can make any type of sentence as you want. So make their sentences and write the sentences in front of these lines. Let's move toward our next part. Here's your D part. Fill in the blanks using suitable adverbs given below. Here some words are given to you and you have to fill these blanks. 2 stray dogs ate the whole cake. Now, 2 stray dogs ate the whole cake. The stray dogs ate the whole cake hungrily. So write here hungrily. 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 Let's move toward our next word. The police spoke to the old. The police spoke rudely. 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 The police spoke rudely. Next word is the chief was ready. The chief was ready. So write here Really. Really. The chief was really a wise man. Next word is he was very wealthy. He was rudely. Number 4 is your rudely. He was rudely. 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 And our last sentence is Atif's arm was stuck into the narrow hole firmly. 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 So here are the answers. Number 1 is your hungrily. Number 2 is your rudely. Number 3 is your really. Number 4 is your rudely. Number 5 is your firmly. So student, today we have completed our workbook and portion. Here we had used some words, suitable verbs to make the sentence clearly. I have repeated for again I will repeat you. Stray dogs dash ate the whole cake because they are very hungry. So write here hungrily. The police spoke truly to the old man. Write here truly. TRULY. The chief was dash a wise man. Really. REALLY. He was number E. Here your E question. What do we call a person who? Here some professions of persons are given to you and you have to write here their profession, that what we call them. Number one is your cut hair. CUT cut HAIR hair. The person who cut the men's hair is a barber. Who is he? He is a barber. After that, let's move toward our next part. Sells medicine. SELLS sells medicine. So, who is the person who sells the medicine? Who is the person? A pharmacist. So, here is the spelling. PHAR pharmacist. PHAR MACIST. Pharmacist. Let's move toward our third portion. Sell meat. Who sell meat? A butcher. What is the spelling of butcher? So right here, BUTCHER. Who sell meat? A butcher. BUTCHER. Perform operation. Who perform operation? Yes, you know this one. Who perform operation? A doctor. Compose music. The person who has done this work, who have to do this profession, is called a composer. COMPO, composer. SER, composer. Let's move toward our next profession. Teach students. Do you know about that person who teach students? Yes. Who is he? He is a teacher. So right here, a teacher. TEACHER. Mend shoes. Who mend our shoes? A cobbler. COBBLER. Who mend our shoes? A cobbler. And our last eighth one is who acts in a play or a movie. Who acts in a play or a movie? An actor. Let's move toward our ninth portion. Design buildings and houses. Who designed our buildings and houses? An architect. Architect. Yes. ARCHI. Architect. TECT. Tect. Make things from wood. The person who made things from wood is a carpenter. CAR PENT pen TER. Carpenter. Make breads and cake. A baker. Let's move toward our F portion. Read each sentence. Circle the subject. Here we have to read each sentence and circle the object. Let's know about the subject. A subject of a sentence tell who or what sentence is about. The predicate of the sentence tells what the subject does or is. Here, subject is the starting and he tells about the sentence, who is in the sentence, and after that predicate will come and it is about the sentence. Our first sentence is there. They were singing in the park. Here they is a subject. It is a subject. Let's move toward our next portion. John drove the car to the store. Here John is subject here because he drove the car and the sentence is about John. Maham liked to drink milk. Here Maham is a subject. Who is the subject? Maham. The dog ran freely in the street. Who ran freely in the street? The dog. So the dog is what? It is subject. Swimming is my favorite sport. Which is your favorite sport? Swimming. So, swimming is your subject. Lance walked across the street. Who walked across the street? Lance. So, Lance is your subject here. I enjoy watching football. Who enjoyed watching football? The answer of who is I. So, I is your subject. He rides the bike to school every day. Who rides the bike? He rides the bike. So, he is your, what is this? It is your subject. My cat likes to play with a ball. Who likes to play with the ball? My cat. So, my cat is your subject here. The pencil needs to be sharpened. Which thing is need to be sharpened? Pencil. So, pencil is your subject. Now, student, let's move toward our predicate. And predicate is a sentence that tells about the subject does or is. Now, let's move to know about the predicate. Here is activity given to you to underline the predicate words. The president received piles of letters. Here we have to underline the predicate, and we have discussed earlier, predicate is a sentence that tells what the subject does is. So look at here. Who received? The president received piles of letters. So which thing the president received? Piles of letters. So piles of letters is here predicate. Now let's move toward our second part. Davy climbed a tall tree. So climbed a tall tree is predicate here because Davy do which thing? He climbed a tree, tall tree. Let's move toward our third part. A brave man lived in the mountain. Now student, which is the predicate here? Lived in the mountains. Where the man lived? In the mountain. So lived in the mountain is your predicate here. Mom needed a comb. So needed a comb is your predicate. They thanked him for his help. So for his help is your predicate here. David enjoyed spending time in the forest. So which one is predicate here? David? No, David is your subject. After that the sentence is your predicate. So underline all the sentence just like enjoyed spending time in the forest. Let's move toward our seventh part. The dog has a bone in its mouth. Which thing is present in the mouth of dog? Bone. So, has a bone in its mouth is your predicate here, and the dog is your subject here. We have also done the activity on our subject topic. He put a towel around little brother and began to cut his hair. So, student, what is the predicate here? Put a towel round the hair. Underline whole line here. Put a towel round little brother and began to cut his hair. This is your predicate and he is your subject. So student, today we have learned about our subject and predicate. I hope that you had understood this topic. Now student, let's move toward our H portion. Choose a subject from a box and to complete the each sentences. Here, some words are given to you and you have to choose these words and put these words in these sentences. Dash checked my eyesight. Who checked your eyesight? Notebook, buzzing bee, grey dolphin, house paint, eye doctor. Eye doctor. So right here, eye doctor. Let's move toward our next blank. Dash needs soil, water and sunlight. Who needs soil, water and sunlight? House plant. So right here, house plant. Dash looked for the nectar in the flower. Who look for the nectar? Buzzing bees. Buzzing bee. He looked for the nectar in the flower. Nectar basically juice that is present in the flower and it is collected by this bee. After that he made honey from that nectar. Dash is filled with the stories that I wrote. Who is filled? My notebook. My notebook is filled. Dash is filled with stories that I wrote. My notebook. Dash is jumped in the sea. Grey dolphin is jumped into the sea. In the sea. Now students, here some scramble words are given to you and you have to write a sentences by making these unscramble words in correct way. Brother, my sing loves to song. So my brother loves to sing song. Again, my brother loves to sing songs. Lost is black the stapler. The black stapler is lost. The black stapler is lost. Went best Canada my two friend. My best friend went to Canada. My best friend went to Canada. Push the barber down him. The barber pushed him down. The barber pushed him down. Was he very quiet? So right here, he was very quiet. He was very quiet. Let's move toward our J portion. Basically, this portion belongs to your textbook. Our comprehension is given to your textbook and you have to read that page, that textbook. Then after that you are able to write the answers of these questions. So student, let's move toward your textbook. Here Sydney Opera House story is given to you and you have, now it's your turn to read these lines and write the answers of these questions, and it is on your page number. This is your page number. I think there is no page number mentioned here, so it is on your page number 13. So open your page number 13, read this extra reading, and after that you are able to solve this question answer, and this is your home task. So student, today we have completed our unit number 1 that is given on your workbook. I hope that you have understood all the topics, all the concepts that I have given to you. So dear student, it's your time to complete all the work that is present on your workbook.
Dear students, complete all the tasks that are assigned to you in 2 days and share the picture of your homework at school WhatsApp number. That's all for today. See you next time. Till then, take care, stay home, stay safe, and Allah Hafiz.